Welcome back, everyone. This is Eve, the empath, and I am coming to you today to bring you messages from Spirit. Thank you for joining the channel, and I just wanted to invite you in for a dose of healing today. As we embark on this healing journey, we want to make sure that when you come here, there is something that you can get that helps you move forward in life, that helps you move towards your destination, that helps you move towards peace, prosperity, love, joy, all the wonderful things that we desire, right? Today is a little different, so I want to remind you that these messages are going to be general. They're not going to resonate with everyone, and they may not resonate with you. So only take what fits, but keep in mind that as you're taking something, only vibrate in the places that you belong. You don't need to pick up energy. You don't need to have a storyline that doesn't fit you. So, thank you for joining, and let's get started. I did meditate this morning, cleansing the cards just a little bit extra. Gonna do from 3 decks today. We're gonna do a healing mantra. We are gonna do the language of the soul, the light seekers. You know, guys, that's one of my favorite. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Let me adjust our lighting a little bit. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful deck. That one there. And those are our soul messages. They come from the soul. They allow us to hear directly what our soul is saying. It bypasses the ego part of us and allows us to get messages that are deep from within. And I like to always take it back to the Akashic Records. Again, this is one of my favorite decks. It's so powerful. The messages that come through are so clear and so strong. But that's how I receive. That's what I expect. My expectation is to hear. My expectation is to know that as I go through this day, as I start my day, as I divine, that Spirit will deliver for me. And I want that to be your thought process, that as I start this day, that as I move through this life, that Spirit is going to show up for you. That's important, because if you don't know that Spirit is there for you, then you fall into so many things that aren't meant for you. There are many times that we will have to go one side of the road or the other. But the hope is that when we do go on one side of the road, no matter which way we choose, it always brings us back to Spirit. And Spirit dwells inside of each and every one of us, whether you believe it or not. I believe that the angels are with us. I believe that my ancestors are with us. And I believe that they're with you. But that's my belief. You believe what you believe. You choose your path. But either way it goes, it leads you back to your Creator. And that's what's important. So let's get started. We're going to shuffle the cards. Do a little shuffle with you guys today. Angels and guides, I thank you this rising, I thank you for delivering messages for us today, giving us clear, concrete messages. For the collective universe, I thank you for giving us clear and concise messages, that we hear everything that we are meant to hear today. I am thanking you today for giving us messages that our spirit and our soul need to hear, that we can move forward in this path, on this path of healing, on this journey. Where we are right now, move us and propel us forward. That is our request, that we are able to get over the hump, and that we can do so by listening to your sound words, by giving us guidance and allowing us to see what it is to come. We thank you for clear and concise messages. What do you have for the collective today, Spirit? What is the energy of today? What is the message for today? What is the message that you have us to work on today? What is the things that you given us 2 messages? Ooh, that's 3. It's not what I asked for, guys. But I'm going to say thank you. Wow. Okay. Okay. So we got a little bit of some reversals. We have the waterfall, the Six of Forces. So those of you guys that are seeing the number 6, pay attention to this message. It is in reverse. Again, I told you I read from the book, so we'll take a peek at it. We have the Queen of Keys. Now, queens are going to be a major factor, not a major arcana, but definitely important whenever we see them. And it's in reverse. And we have the Three of Roses. So it sounds like after a little bit of some challenges, we got some good things coming. Loving elements. I love that. I get excited. I like loving elements. You guys know I am a beacon of love. And I enjoy receiving and giving love. I do believe that I was put on this planet for that. A lot of people have different focuses. A lot of people have different journeys. But I know that I came here to learn love. And not just to learn love, unconditional love. My relationships in the past have taught me that each one, my capacity for love gets stronger. Each time my capacity for love grows. Each time I'm allowed to embark in a new relationship with family, friends, or even romantically, I am challenged. And even in those challenges, I'm able to overcome things, obstacles, and grow and expand my heart. So I know that now is a time for me to be able to receive some of the blessings I think that Spirit has been kind of holding back from me. And some, like I told you before, sometimes it feels like, wow, win. But I feel like my win is coming. I'm excited. I actually feel like my win is here. And here doesn't necessarily mean today, but here means actively seeking me. So we're going to look at the light seer and get a message directly from our soul and a meditation that will help us through this day, okay? We thank you today, Spirit, angels, and guides, for giving us a beautiful, beautiful soul message. Thank you for a message and a meditation to help us through our day, through this week, through this month, through the rest of this year. Give us the hope that we need to go through this time. Give us the insight to move with clarity. Oh, and there it is. How beautiful. Guys, we got a number 19. It breaks down to the number 8. 888, right? Anywho, transformations. That sounds about right. That's what we're doing, healing. And healing is one of the biggest transformations. Ironically, we are in the month of November. We are under the sign of Scorpio, which is the biggest planet for transformation, death, and rebirth. So for all of our wonderful Scorpios out there, thank you for being the transformative energy that we need to keep us moving on this planet. So wonderful to have you. And we're going to get a healing mantra to finish off the reading. I might give you guys a chakra. We'll see how time goes. I don't want to keep you forever, but I want to make sure that you have exactly what you need. We get exactly what we need. So we're going to go through this healing mantra. Let's see what we got here. Thank you, angels and guides, for giving us a healing mantra today. Give us the words of encouragement that we need to maybe loose some old bonds. Oof, that's what I feel, old bonds. Letting go of shit we don't need. Ugh. Things that are weighing us down. Oof. I thank you for giving us the healing mantra as we transform through this life, as we transition through this time, as we move forward with healing. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for giving us clear and concise messages. Thank you for clarity. Angel guides and spirits, thank you for giving us something for our collective listeners. Those that are here to heal, that are here to repair their insides and live a life from a more inside-out perspective. Thank you for them seeing the divinity within themselves and knowing that there is no separation between you and them. All right, and we have celebrating simplicity. I like that. To be honest, that is the first time I've ever seen this card, celebrating simplicity. So I'm excited to read it, to see what it has to say. Whew, thank you guys for your messages. And yes, they need a chakra card today. So what you got for us? Which chakra? I'm wearing green for my heart chakra. You know, I always like my heart to be open for you guys. But I also want my heart open for me. Allowing myself to receive. That's what I was made for, to receive. And so I'm thanking Spirit for that today. Thank you for this chakra healing card, for the chakra that you want us to work on today. Thank you for giving us clear and concise messages. All right, we're looking at the crown today. We go a little slower. A little crown chakra action. Here we go. Thank you guys. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to have these messages. So we're going to start with our Akashic records, and we're going to look at the Six of Forces. Look at that beautiful waterfall. Now it is in reverse, so we're going to see what the reversal means, okay? Forces to me are going to be your air in traditional. So we're going to look at this one. It says, this card indicates a situation where you're feeling a significant loss of power. This waterfall reverse shows that you are in an emotional reactive time. You may feel like your life's turned totally upside down, or you may have unintentionally given your power to someone else. Whether it's a lover, a boss, a family, or a friend, perhaps you are following another person's agenda in spite of your own intuition not to do so. In a more extreme form, you may have completely given up, falling into depression, or living according to the dictates of another. It's imperative that you rise up and take your power back. It may seem foreign for you to do so, but it's a lesson that your soul longs for you to learn. During this phase, take the time in your meditations and restful states to tap the love, power, and value of your spirit. When you understand your true value, you will know that you deserve to carve out your own destiny, and you will take the steps to do so. I love that. It gives a little meditation. It says, with a deep breath, fill every part of your being with the energy of a great waterfall. Feel the power that electrifies and lights the world pouring through you. How do you want to use it today? So for some of us, there's going to be some reflection. This is a time to look at the things in our lives that we have given power to. Is it fear? For me, that's what it has been. Instead of being in a more great gratitude or gracious state, I have walked into a lot of fear-based activity. So when things feel like I'm losing control, or when I'm losing my grip, I have a tendency to overreact or overcompensate for things that are just not meant for me. For some of you guys, like they said, it's going to be love relationships, right? You're poured so much of yourself into others. And it makes sense because, hey, you guys know that's where I've been. I've been where I have loved more for others than I have for myself. And it's time, Spirit is telling you to take that power back. Just like this powerful waterfall, it is time for you to reclaim all of you. Think about how strong water is. Wow. Think about how strong water is. Think about the many, many, many transformative properties water has. If you boil it, it's gas. In the ocean, you can never reach the bottom of the ocean floor. It's so deep, right? Think about a tsunami and how it can just wipe away anything, or water from a hurricane, right? Destructive. But also think about the still and the peace of a nice river at the bank, right? It's so calm. It's so peaceful. And that gives you a good perspective in understanding just how powerful you are. We also got the Queen of Keys in reverse, right? So we're going to look at her today. What does the Queen of Keys need to tell us? Now in reverse, it says, with this card in reverse, you could experience an emotional distance from a businesswoman or have a different opinion or dispute with a woman of authority. If you are a woman, you may be now thinking about quitting a job. A higher position that you may have wanted may no longer be available, or a position that you earned may longer be fulfilling to you. In some cases, this reversal can indicate being laid off or distancing in a love relationship. Regardless of how this reversal manifests, it's time to consider your aspirations and all that brings you to your happier next step in life. It also says that when there is a queen and a king and it appears in the same spread, that's never going to really matter to you guys, so we're just going to skip that. Anyway, think about the areas of your life. There could be some upheaval, some changes, some transformation. Some of you guys really are dealing with a loss in a relationship. Some of you are dealing with some transitions at work. Some of you are no longer satisfied in the roles that you've been in. And it's a time for you to reevaluate that and decide where you want to go. Maybe the promotions that you had set your hopes on, something has changed. Something has changed. But you are reminded how powerful you are. You're reminded of how powerful you are because you have the ability to speak change to your life. Our words are constantly creating. So even though the cards may sound like, these aren't the best things I want to hear, there's transition, there's change. Well, you may already be there. You may already be there. It may be coming, but for some of you, but for those that are already there, just know that it's up to you to make those changes. It's up to you to decide how you want to move forward next. At any given moment, you're not stuck in anything. So if you're in a relationship that's not serving you, if you're in a relationship that's not giving you fully a commitment or love, if you're pouring more into others than you're pouring into yourself, then it is time to change, right? It is time to transform. We also have the Three of Roses, and this is the outcome. So let's look at the loving elements that come from that. I love the roses. It's kind of one of my favorite flowers. It's significant of love. It's not my favorite flower, but it's one of my favorite flowers. The smell, the aroma gives you a feeling of peace and serenity, and it's a healing flower. So it says, playful fairies and water sprites frolic in an air around a little child. They fill the air with expanding joy and happiness. Although many people don't believe in the elemental nature spirits of all kinds do exist, and they have more power than can be imagined. They live in the elements of earth, air, wind, and fire, and they're willing to share their guidance, well-being, and inspiration of the Akashic records that exist in the natural world. This card is here to tell you that joy will soon be increasing. Wow, I love that. Because yes, you're going through some transformations, and life is a little tough. We might have some transitions, and oh my God, but they deliver. This card is here to tell you that joy will soon increase. It also encourages you to remember to have fun. Forget to have fun, guys. Bring more playfulness into your daily life and let yourself sing a little and laugh a lot. Call on the elements to inspire you in this and in every area of your life. They are a font of fun and upliftment that can expand the joy in your life in great measure. I love that. I love that. Because even when life gets tough, even though we have some waterfall moments, we've poured so much into something that's changing, that's not serving us, right? Even though that's happened, even though there's authorities and people, sometimes us, that are moving in a direction, maybe there are opportunities that we feel like we've missed out on, right? Lost opportunities, missed opportunities. Hey, have some fun and enjoy life because that's changing. An opportunity for joy is coming. Now it's time to transform, right? Now it's time to look at life and see what it is that needs to change. I know for me, my life had to change the way it was. I was, again, relationships. Love is my thing, right? So I've always poured a lot of love into my relationships, but not always healthy love. Sometimes possessive love, sometimes jealous love. And is that really love? Not really. No, it's fear. It's fear-based. And I believe that fear and love are on opposite ends of the spectrum. So if it's something that you love, fear should never have be a part of that. And it's a difference when you're in a situation where, like, hey, something's coming up and you need to have this fight or flight in your body and you're moving in a direction to protect yourself. That shouldn't be part of your relationships. Your relationship should have a calm. Your relationship should have the ability to communicate and have resolution when things aren't going smoothly. But it shouldn't resort to violence. It shouldn't resort to a lot of name calling, anger, things like that. But a lot of times that's what we do. That's what we give, because those are survival techniques that we've learned, and that's what's worked for us in our past. But as we transform, as we move forward towards the newness in our life, as we heal the old parts of us, it is imperative that we understand that we recognize what is and isn't. What is love? What are the attributes of it? What are the attributes of success? What are the attributes of joy, right? As a kid, joy is just simplicity. It's celebrating simplicity. But it's true. When we're children, we just enjoy being. We enjoy running and playing and jumping and laughing, and we enjoy the comfort of our families. That's what love is. It doesn't require expensive gifts and a big house and cars. It doesn't require so much, but it means so much. So let's get into this transformation. It says suffering is optional. You have a choice to suffer. You don't have to. It says you are experiencing an ending and you are feeling a loss as a hole or a void in your life. This empty feeling is a space for something new and better. A new way will reveal itself very soon. Pain is something that happens to all of us, but suffering is a choice. To suffer is to believe thoughts that are not your sole truth. Justifying, analyzing, rationalizing will separate you further from your soul's wisdom. From this state, you will blame yourself, another, or even an event for feeling angry or sad. Focusing on the suffering will only cement the ideology of belief that created it. In other words, you become what you fight against. Wow. Now imagine what you can create by focusing on all the beautiful aspects of your life and what you're good at. Focusing on where your life is filled with things that make you smile. Change starts with you. All of your desires begin with a dream. Where will you place your focus tomorrow morning? So the meditation for this card it says, you are safe to explore the fabric of creation. You'll always be who you are. The meditation will open you up to a larger part of you that has no body and no form, but it is still you. You are an energy and an internal, and you also have your body and your personality. This meditation is also known as an out-of-body experience. However, you are never out of your body. It is only an illusion, as all of you exist right here, right now. By shifting your focus, you experience a different, broader perspective. Place a hand on the card and slow your breathing. Softly and gently close your eyes and imagine yourself floating into a black, velvety background of pure potential, a space where all existence emerges. Breathe in this wondrous place of stillness and silence. Rest here feeling safe in the arms of your soul. Feel the difference between your body and your soul. In your physical body, you create through shadow, light, time to experience life in varied forms. As a soul, you are at one with all, simply flowing into eternity. Breathe in and sense your body in time and space. Breathe out and float through eternity as consciousness. You are both. There is no separation. Do this for at least 30 seconds. And when you feel ready, focus on your body and take a full deep breath of life. Feel it illuminate every corner of your magnificent body and be fully present in this time and space. Then open your eyes and smile knowingly. Open your eyes and smile knowingly. Transformation. So yes, relationships are ending. Career changes are coming. Promotions may be not available. As the woman in your life, or maybe the woman that promised you things, are no longer available to you, be assured that you have helpers here, that there are spirits and entities that are on this planet meant to help you get back to where you need to be. Transforming. This is a number 19. Ironically, 1 and 9 are your beginnings and your endings, right? So as you end one cycle, it's time to understand that there's a new cycle coming. And that was hard for me. Being in a relationship with somebody that I absolutely adored. Spirit will allow you to experience things that you may have never experienced. And I've had various relationships, but the last one was one that was so unique. There was such a soul connection there. It was so much power that even our thoughts would intertwine. But there was so much deception. There was so much self-hate. And what I've learned is, in life, the people that come in our lives are our mirrors. They're our teachers. This person I loved, but I also understand that they made a contract to come here to teach me how to love me. And when I changed the way I saw things, I no longer was a victim of my pain. When I realized that that had to be a tough assignment, imagine signing up to be a person to hurt someone that you truly care about, to teach them how to love themselves. I didn't know. I thought loving myself meant loving everybody else. I thought giving till it hurt was the right way to be. You give to yourself first. The Bible talks about it. And this is for people who believe in the Bible. I do, but I also believe in other things. But the Bible talks about first fruits and giving into the church. Well, you are the church. You are the temple, right? You're here. Your worship center is here. But if you're giving your worship, your first fruits, your all of yourself to other things, to your career, to your children, to your family, to your relationships, and you have nothing left for yourself, who are you honoring? It's not the divinity in you. It's the divinity in them. And while they're honoring the divinity in them, you're looking back like, why? What about me? That's why it's important. That's why these transitions come, right? These challenges, they don't come to shake you. They come to shape you. Their purpose is to make you the best you. So when you take a moment and see that you and your soul are the same, and that transformation is a necessary part of life, everything transforms. There is always a cycle of life and death in everything. Everything. We are born, we live, and we die. We transition. Our physical bodies die. And yes, we exist again in a spiritual world, and we incarnate again. But in this moment, transformation is necessary. So let's celebrate a little bit of simplicity. It says, I am more filled when there is less to manage and maintain. Yeah, that sounds about right for me. Learning how to get rid of the things that you just don't need. Sometimes you just got to do that, right? When I transitioned out of my last relationship, we had accumulated so much stuff, just clutter, and I felt so weighed down, so heavy. And at first, I kept majority of the stuff that we had together, and I was like, oh my God, I have so much stuff. What am I gonna do with it? And then I started throwing shit away. I was like, I don't need this shit. And that's important, because as you realize, you collect a lot of stuff on the inside. Your soul gets tired, it gets weighed down, because in truth, we should live simplicity. We should live a simple life. There's nothing wrong with having a desire to want things or have things. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But when you have an overabundance and overflow of things that you just don't need, it becomes weight. And how can you move in and out of the ether? How can you move in and out of this soul, this whole journey easily when you're so weighed down? And that's what happens, especially when we think about the waterfall. Going up, it's beautiful, right? It's beautiful, it's flowing. But who likes stagnation? Who wants to be stuck in a cesspool of the life that we've created that's not benefiting us, that's not serving us? It says, when there are fewer details to manage, you are able to receive more joy. Then we hear about joy over here. It says, the more commitments that pile up in your life, the less likely you are to find the time to take everything in. Once all the moving parts have been arranged in a proper working balance, simplicity can be celebrated, and you glean the most benefit from your reality. It says, this mantra is ideal for creating stronger boundaries, healing your inner people-pleasing, and finding moments of serenity. I laugh because I was just telling a friend of mine how I have people-pleasing tendencies, which is never a good thing, because you're so focused on making sure everyone else is good that you really are not taking the time to focus on yourself. And as an empath, that's never a good thing. As an empath, it's important to have time for self and to rest and rejuvenate, because how can you be your best self for others who are here to journey with you and heal with you if you're stuck fixing everything for everybody else or looking for validation in everyone else? Take inventory of where you are. Look at your relationships. Look at your careers. Look at yourself and see the errors that you have created. And again, there's no mistakes. They're lessons, right? They're here to teach us, to guide us. Look at those people and what we see in them, what we don't like, and then hold that mirror up, right? And when you hold up that mirror, understand that it's time to transform. It's time. Spirit is telling you it's time to move and take that next step, to allow yourself to break free of things that just really don't serve you. Have boundaries. Love yourself first. Give to yourself first, to your heart center, right? And when you do that, you allow yourself to have these loving elements. You welcome in more joy. You welcome in more peace, a more simple life, right? That's what I have for you guys today. I appreciate the message because it's, man, loud and clear I hear. It's time to change some things. It's time to move some things around. The very things that I was saying yesterday popped up in these cards today. So I'm pretty sure Spirit is telling me it's time to move some things around in my life. And don't be afraid of change. It's inevitable. So you can either change with the flow or you can change against the flow and make life a little tougher. It doesn't have to be. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope that you found something in this messages that will help you move towards your higher purpose, towards your light, and towards your healing. And if it doesn't fit, then don't vibrate here. Vibrate in places where you belong, where your spirit is fed and led. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you. I am Eve, the empath. I love you guys.